The Justice Department has subpoenaed multiple high-ranking Minnesota officials. Among those to receive subpoenas are Governor Tim Walz, Attorney General Keith Ellison, and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. They are being investigated in connection with a probe into an alleged conspiracy to impede federal immigration officers during the administration's immigration crackdown on the state. CBS News Minnesota reporter Jonah Kaplan joins us now from Minneapolis. Jonah, it's great to see you. What do we know about this investigation so far?
I tell you, never a dull moment here, right? I mean, this is obviously something that has affected not just the three leaders you mentioned here, but really sent the chilling effect to all of the city, county, and state offices in Minnesota. We also know subpoenas have been served to the Hennepin County Attorney, Mary Moriarty, and even the St. Paul mayor as well. And you look at these individuals, Governor Tim Walz, Mayor Jacob Frey, and Keith Ellison, they have all been outspoken in terms of their opposition to what's going on here when it comes to ICE operations. And politically, I mean, Jacob Frey and Governor Walz, they were tied to, of course, the time here when we had the unrest connected to George Floyd. Governor Walz, we know, has been an opponent politically of President Trump. He was on the ticket with Kamala Harris. So there's a lot of politics at play. But the argument, of course, from the Trump administration is what they said. Does it amount to efforts to subvert or interfere? Is it encouraging people to get out in the streets and stop what the Immigration Customs Enforcement agents are doing?
And as you mentioned, there's never a dull day for you because you're always on top of so many things in Minnesota, including that extensive fraud scheme. You recently spoke with Amy Brock, the convicted mastermind. Let's take a listen to some of your exclusive interview with her.
Absolutely not. I believe in accountability. If I had done this, I would have pled guilty. I wouldn't have gone to trial. I wouldn't have put my children and my family through what we've been through. I've lost everything.
Jonah, that was Amy Brock. What more did she say during this interview?
Well, I think it's so important to remember the whole basis, the whole reason, the whole pretext that the federal government is launching this crackdown in Minneapolis is because of the fraud. Now, how many arrests that they've made recently are connected to the fraud, we don't know. But Amy Brock, she was the ringleader of Feeding Our Future. That is the nonprofit that really was spearheading the first major fraud here, $250 million. It was a program, a nutrition program that was supposed to pay for meals for school children, after school programs. And during COVID, when there were no checks and balances and visiting the sites that were either making the food or distributing or serving those meals, Amy Brock and Feeding Our Future collected receipts, put out paperwork that talked about millions of meals that were being served that actually weren't, according to prosecutors. Amy Brock said she really had nothing to do with it. She was following the rules all the time. The jury obviously didn't buy her story. She faces decades in prison.
Well, Minnesota's government and its governor, Walz, have faced extensive criticism for not preventing this. Did you learn anything from Brock about how this could have gone on for so long?
Yeah, well, consider this. Feeding Our Future in 2019 submitted $3.5 million worth of receipts. By 2021, they put in for $200 million of reimbursements. I asked Amy, I said, how does that not raise a red flag to you that all of a sudden you're doing so much more business? And she said, look, when we asked questions, we told the state, are you sure we should go through with this? And the state said, yes. But Amy Brock also filed a lawsuit when the state started asking questions. And that lawsuit accused the state of being discriminatory against Somali-owned businesses. So there's a lot at play here. There were politics potentially, not wanting to appear racist in the aftermath of George Floyd. But yes, it raises a lot of questions, which many people have been asking, and the governor's been pushing back on, which is who knew what, when did they know it, and what did they do about it? But it was the state employees from the Minnesota Department of Education that did bring these tips to the FBI, which of course started the fraud investigation in 2021 and then led to these indictments in 2022.
Jonah Kaplan, I know that you will continue to try to get all those answers for us. Thank you so much.
Great to be with you.